QNN News, the Telly Award-winning newscast. No fake news here.
Hello there, I'm Matthew Quinn, news anchor here with QNN News, back again with our Telly Award-winning newscast. I don't have to tell you 2022 has been a huge year, but boy oh boy, here in the Quinn family has it been large. Lots more babies, travels far and wide, and a band gets back on the road. So get ready to kick off QNN News with a bang. First up, wait a minute, what's that? Breaking news, we have a new superhero right here in Kansas City. Yes, right here in our very own hometown. For that story, let's head out to our very own Andrina Byrne.
Joey's not your typical superhero. Like, he doesn't wear a mask or a cape, but he is good at making funny faces. That's because he's a girl dad.
Girl dad.
He doesn't leap from tall buildings, but he is tall and strong. He can even carry 3 girls in a single bound. That's because he's a girl dad.
Girl dad.
Joey is the newest superhero girl dad, sharing his super talents of design and drawing with daughter number 1, Eloise, sharing his super smile and funny faces with daughter number 2, Nora Bear, and just 2 weeks ago, superhero girl dad and his Wonder Woman Caitlin welcomed their 3rd daughter, Delilah. That's because he's a girl dad.
Girl dad.
For this superhero girl dad, he's learning 3's a charm. And girls just want to have fun.
Thank you, Andrina. And now an update on our border war in the sports area. The battle between the JMQ and DJQ family.
A recap of last season. JMQ went ahead 4-2 with Amelia, Oliver, Killian, and Rory. To DJQ's Donnie, Fiona, with a sneak pass of 2 more, Timmy and B. Marie. Score tied 4-4. Then Becky breaking the tie with Alexander Primitivo. Final score DJQ 5, JMQ 4. Then in June, Colleen and Eddie threw in a Hail Mary pass with baby Ezra Rafael. Final score 5-5. Oh, big surprise, the DJQ family will pull ahead with a new addition. For that news, let's head out to QNN's Mary Catherine.
Tim and Tim here to show you how to burn off those Christmas calories.
That's right, folks. The famous Tim and Timmy are here to show us how to burn off those Christmas calories.
Weightlifting.
Come on.
Aerobic fast feet. Bike riding. Go. TheraBand.
So, folks, if you need help getting off those Christmas calories, be sure to call Tim and Timmy.
We will pump you up.
This has been Mary Catherine reporting for Q&A News. And actually, we have another breaking report coming in. Shooting you over there now. Hi, family. I can't wait to meet you. I'm the newest member of the Bianco Quinn family, and I can't wait to meet you. All right, bye. I'll be here in June.
QNN News, the Telly Award-winning newscast. No fake news here.
Thank you, Mary. And now a word from our sponsor, Dr. Pepper.
QNN News, the Telly Award-winning newscast. No fake news here.
When Dr. Pepper, Dr. Quinn isn't doing commercials or jet-setting off into Italy with Aunt Eileen and Maureen. They still keep Kansas City beautiful and prove it. Dr. Quinn was voted and awarded the Best Plastic Surgeon in Kansas City of 2022. And behind every great man is a great woman. Eileen has been there for 40 years as they celebrated their anniversary in July. And the JMQs share everything together, from running in the Thanksgiving 5K to getting COVID at the same time. From Johnny Michael, who came in third at the golf tournament, to Ryan and Monica with their dynamic duo, Rory and Killian, and Colleen and Eddie, Amelia, Oliver and Ezra Raphael. To Maureen, who is keeping Quinn Plastic Surgery running smoothly with her other half, Wilson. And our medical marvel, Devin, who, if you haven't met Nina yet, don't be scared. Congratulations on your 2-year anniversary. Way to go, JMQ family.
Telly award-winning newscast QNN News. We just don't make this stuff up.
Now, time for Tell Me Something Good.
All right, on a rainy Tuesday, we could use a dose of good news, Kim.
We need all the good news we can get. Tim and Mary Catherine say Timothy Giuseppe Bianco is styling as he turns 1. They say happy birthday to our little guy who is always smiling.
I love this.
Is he not the cutest?
He is the boss.
Telly award-winning newscast QNN News.
And now with Claire Babcock with What's Trending Now.
Hi there, I'm Claire Babcock with QNN News and What's Trending. In my past stories, I've shown you the different face masks we were using during quarantine. I also showed you how a Zoom call can go from bad to worse, okay? We don't want to see that anymore. But from this year, for 2022, I think what's trending are cultural cures. You've heard how the Greeks use Windex for everything, right? And the Irish, they just use good old reliable Sudocrem. So what is it that the Mexicans use? Mexicans use mentolato. When you have a cough or a cold, mentolato. When you have a bump or a bruise, mentolato. The cure-all for all Latinos. It spreads easily and the odor stays with you for days. Mentolato. I'm Claire Babcock with QNN News. Thank you for joining me tonight. Back to the newsroom.
Thank you, Claire. You always have the latest news for us. And now, for Tell Me Something Good, the Celtic rock band is back on the road again.
Kim Burns is here with the good stuff. What you got?
Kelly Galvin says, we saw the Elders coming out of retirement show at Knuckleheads. It was so much fun to see them again. I hope you bought some merch from our very own Kathy Quinn.
Yeah.
I'm sure she was out there.
I have the same reaction, too, whenever I see the Elders. They are so much fun.
They are so much fun.
They're great.
So great.
Telly award-winning newscast QNN News. We just don't make this stuff up.
Now, for a history lesson during Hispanic Heritage Month, we learn a little about our very own Quinn Garcia family.
Welcome to this special edition of Fox 4 News as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm Pat McGonigal.
And I'm Kathy Quinn, and for the next 30 minutes, we're going to have stories about the contributions and the culture here in Kansas City.
Right, and of course, Kathy, your roots run deep. Your family is from Mexico.
Yes. My mother's family, most definitely. My grandmother, I'll tell you what, she and her husband came over with 5 children from Salamanca, Guanajuato, and they moved to the west side to escape the revolution. This was in the late 1920s. Her name was Guadalupe Briviesca de Garcia. You know, she spoke little English, Pat, but she made a big impression on Kansas City's West Side community. She actually is one of 13 women named on the Women's Leadership Fountain at 9th and Paseo for her contribution to the Guadalupe Centers. She was instrumental in producing the Mexican Fiesta. She did everything from making the costumes to teaching folkloric dancing. And you know, some of her dancers have dance troupes today. Now, in 1936, she was asked to sing at the dedication of the Municipal Auditorium, and she sang Little Star. Wow. So music runs deep in our family as well. Now, she and my mother, aunt, uncles opened one of the first Mexican restaurants in Kansas City, A lot of people talk about it. It's called Las Palmas, and her legacy is living on with a group of her great-grandchildren. They didn't even know her, but they remember all the stories about her. Elvirita Mendez is my cousin, my little cousin, who applied to the Hispanic Development Fund to start a scholarship in my grandmother's name and my grandfather, Primitivo Garcia, and what we called her was Mama Lupe.
Oh, my word.
So cool.
I'm gobsmacked. I had no idea.
It's really, really cool to have that feeling going down to the west side. And, you know,
Now, in our Health Minute today, we learn about Aunt Patsy, the walking miracle. Doctors are astounded, but you already knew that. Here's QNN reporter Andrina Byrne with her story on that.
Aunt Patsy can't hide it behind a face mask. Just ask Dr. Laura Davidson, who treats her once a month. Aunt Patsy is unforgettable. Unforgettable to her nieces and nephews, like Quinn, who is also her godson. And unforgettable to her weekly assistant Erin Marino, who keeps her organized. To Anna Marie, who keeps her company. She's unforgettable. And there's no doubt that Aunt Patsy is a great aunt. Just ask baby Nora or little Timmy. Despite a little detour to KU for her second round of COVID, she was up again, ready to take on the next adventure. For the therapists at the Leawood Resort, she was also unforgettable. Her smile, her kindness, and undying love makes Aunt Patsy completely unforgettable.
That's what you are.
But at the Leawood Resort, she wasn't half bad of a dancer either. And not to mention, she's a walking miracle and an inspiration to all of us. We love you, Aunt Patsy. Reporting for QNN News, Andrina Byrne.
Telly award-winning newscast QNN News. We just don't make this stuff up.
Good work, Aunt Patsy. And now a word from our sponsors. We go to Maureen Quinn with her Never-Ending Glass.
The Never-Ending Glass, brought to you by the traveling chick, the girl who never met a cocktail that didn't like her. Red wine, Long Island iced tea, or a white Chablis. Your glass never empties. Just like when she drinks Italian red wine, she can instantly speak the language.
Ciao, siamo qui a Roma per il compleanno della mamma.
Even Papa and Mama approve.
Ciao, Papa. Ciao, Mama.
The Never-Ending Glass, brought to you by the traveling chick, the girl who never met a cocktail that didn't like her.
QNN News, the Telly award-winning newscast. No fake news here.
And now for one of our returning segments. We go to the Quinn twins as they enter into their third year, causing chaos and havoc for their parents.
Fiona and Donnie, the Quinn twins. Like other toddlers, the twins do normal toddler stuff. But these aren't your normal twins because they're already working on their careers. Fiona, working on a music career. Little Donnie could be the next NASCAR favorite.
Woo! Good job, Donnie!
And little Donnie, he may become a violin virtuoso like his grandfather. An international Chinese singing sensation. And little Fiona has shown early signs of being a very tough businesswoman. And she's not afraid to tell you exactly how she feels. Or they'll do what they do best, together, as the Quinn twins, the team, working on the next big discovery. While Fiona's collecting evidence, little Donnie creates the numbers. He is the numbers guy, creating the formula. And keeping it all together, remember our lunch specials at Kinlin, Donnie and Joy, until next year. This has been the Quinn Twins, Year 3.
QNN News, the Telly award-winning newscast. No fake news here.
And now news from our very own law firm, Quinn, Quinn & Quinn, and what?
Yes, folks, another Quinn has been added to the docket of our law firm, adding another year of experience to Quinn, Quinn & Quinn. Alexander Primitivo Garcia was fitted with his new suit for court shortly after his first birthday. Quinn & Quinn covers labor law, probate law, and now diaper rash law. Disclaimer, the information provided not intended to provide legal advice. For a free consultation with Alexander Primitivo, call 1-816-DIAPER, DIAPER.
QNN News, the Telly Award-winning newscast. No fake news here.
You've heard of Where's Waldo, right? Well, now we look into B. Marie and find out where is B. Marie.
As I celebrated my first birthday, I began to wonder, who am I? Where did I come from? So I set out on a journey to discover my identity and my culture, to determine who is Beatrice Marie Dolores McEnany. We started in England. It didn't feel right. On a train ride through Europe, we stopped in Italy where I could ponder my thoughts. On a gondola ride, I tried to bury myself in my work, but I kept coming back to this feeling of emptiness. A quick detour in the African safari assured me this was not who I was. I grew worried. As those around me were happy, I wondered if I would ever find that happiness with knowing who I really was. I felt a connection in Spain as I was getting closer, but I decided I had to go north. And north I went, step by step, until I landed in what is known as the beautiful Ireland. I immediately knew I was at home here, and the local wildlife was so welcoming. As I got to know my culture better, I realized there was still just one small thing missing. So I headed west across the Atlantic and landed in none other but the sweet, sweet Mexico! Exploring the various parts of the country, I knew that this was really who I was, Mexican-Irish. And with that, I headed home, happy knowing who I truly was.
QNN News, the Telly Award-winning newscast. No fake news here.
And now it's time for entertainment news. We all know Olin, also known as the Big O. Last year he starred in the Tightwad Gang, The Big O's Family, and this year his latest release, The Big O's Bunch.
It's a story about a boy named Olin who was busy doing lots of things on his own. He plays soccer, runs cross country, became a child of God. It's a story about a boy named Olin. He plays music with his dad in a band. On the road his stepmom Candace keeps him touring, with a new band member Vivian coming soon. It's a story about a boy named Olin, with 3 girl cousins of his own, Eloise and Nora and baby Delilah, and of course there's T.T. and Uncle Joe. It's a story about a boy named Olin, with a papa and nana of his own too. When he travels he visits Aunt Andrina, but he loves it best when she is home. Big Olin's bunch, Big Olin's bunch. You can't see one without the other, usually Big Olin's bunch.
Big Olin's Bunch was recorded in front of a live studio audience.
QNN News, the Telly Award-winning newscast. No fake news here.
Thank you, Olin. Could be an Emmy contender in the future.
Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Godina's house. Hi, my name is Amelia. I'm 5 and I am in pre-K St. Paul. This is my co-host, Oliver. What brother? He's kind of naughty, I don't know. Say hi, my name is Oliver. I'm 2.5. Hey, my name is Oliver. 2.5. Oliver goes to like daycare and he's sick 100 million a lot of times. This year, new news. My mom and dad is having a baby. His name is Ezra. He's sleeping. When Ezra was born, Oliver still thought he was the baby. But now they're best buds. We love Ezra so much, a lot, and 100 million lot. Mommy works in marketing unit at Papa's office. Papa's a booby doctor. My dad works at St. James and he still works at St. James. Liam at St. James tricked me. And I'm watching you, Liam. All the Quinn boys helped build the tree house. Thank you, Anthony and Liam, and Kellen. The Gomez family went on vacation. We went to France. We went to the Caribbean and we visited caves. We go home, went to take a nap for the day. Here's the fun video seeing our favorite song. Goodbye for now. Tick, 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 tick.
Special Tell Me Something Good from Fox 4's Kathy Quinn. She wants to wish her grandson, Olin, a happy birthday. He's turning 9 years old today.
Oh, I cannot believe how grown up and handsome he is.
Yeah.
I remember when he was born. Now look at him.
He's 9.
So sweet. Also,
QNN News, the Telly Award-winning newscast. No fake news here.
Speaking of winners, the Elders fans were glad to see their band back together and back on the road. Here's more on that.
You heard it first right here on QNN News that the Elders were coming out of retirement.
Some exciting news from Kansas City's Celtic rock band, The Elders. They're coming out of retirement.
and that's right. We have an exclusive announcement for you this morning. Fox 4's Kathy Quinn is live with the band, and of course, Kathy's connection. Lead singer Ian Byrne is her husband, and drummer Kian is her son. So exciting times, Kathy.
I'm telling you, very exciting because I'm getting my job back. Pat will remember when he used to do the Irish Fest with me the first year he came. I was selling T-shirts. I think I have that job back. Do I have that job back?
You do.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
All right.
You do.
So first here, we did learn last night on Fox 4 that you guys are coming out of retirement, but the first time people are going to find out about your very first live gig, when is it?
It is, when is it? April 29th? April 29th at Knuckleheads, on Friday night at Knuckleheads, the most classic venue in Kansas City.
And then the announcement of new band members. And after much rehearsal, they were featured in the Kansas City Star. They launched their new CD, Well All Right Then, and kicked off 2022 at the Kaufman Center for the Performing Arts, and played to the hometown audience of thousands at KC Irish Fest. You've been retired, but you're not retired. You just couldn't handle it.
Well, Ian made us get back together. It's basically his idea.
And this year, for the first time, they had their tour manager, Candace Rooks, who kept them all together. And couldn't have done it without Chris Smedley on sound. And what a year 2022 has been, welcoming the Elders back onto the stage, especially at the Plaza Lights when they played to a crowd of 100,000. What a year.
QNN News, the Telly Award-winning newscast. No fake news here.
For one super band to another, Here now we go to the Fab Five, also known as the Babcocks.
The Fab Five, or otherwise known as the BB Babcock family, started off the year with a surprise birthday party for BB. It was a double or triple celebration for BB and her two new knees. Her knees aren't the only new thing. She's changed careers. She works at Lockton Insurance and she loves it. And she loves her new black car. And speaking of black cars, if you see a black HHR speeding by, it's a good chance it is Quinn heading to classes at Penn Valley. He's a full-time student and he is killing public speaking. And Claire's now living the yuppie life in a downtown condo while continuing in the marketing field, where she plans events all across the country. And remember Fran from The Nanny? Well, now there's Kira the Nanny. She works for the Rieger family, which has its perks since she turned 21. She and Austin are now an item as well. And Cormac, quite the fashion statement, whether on the runway or wearing one of his collection of masks. Most recently attending one of his favorite bands, where Candace and Kian surprised him with tickets to Slipknot. Their sound is unique, and their band wear is also unique because they wear masks. There are 9 of them. But if it was up to someone named Cormac Babcock, he would be the 10th member of Slipknot. And this is what he might look like. Kathy Quinn, QNN News.
Joining us now with some good news. And on a rainy Tuesday, dadgummit,
we need the good news. We need some good news. And we have some really sweet, special good news this morning. So first up from our good news this morning, our own Kathy Quinn, her granddaughters, Eloise and Nora, they welcomed their baby sister, Delilah, yesterday. Both parents, Caitlin and Joey, are beyond happy. And how adorable is she?
She is just perfect.
And her little sisters, too. I know they're so excited. 3 girls?
That's gonna be...
Pat, you have experience.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun, right?
It's a blessing.
Okay.
The Byrne family was very busy this year, beginning with Kian, who went to Mexico, proposed to Candace. She said yes. Candace moved back from L.A. He sold his house. She said buy a new one. And now, waiting on baby Vivian Maria, due next month. No new house for Caitlin and Joey, but lots of remodeling going on. Just don't ask them about it. Just know that the girls are on first-name basis with the workmen. And the recent addition of Delilah was the only addition to make the due date this year. And New Yorker Andrina continues an anomaly ad agency, recently shooting a commercial in London with Stanley Tucci. A Kian Byrne music video that many of our family members appeared in which Andrina produced, recently won a Telly Award. And Ian, busy at Byrne Custom Woodworking. And if you like sanding wood, he could sure use the help. Just give him a call. And of course, Ian and Kian and the elders are back on the road, making life crazy. Yeah, really crazy for the merch girl, me. When not selling CDs, my Pay It Forward segment was nominated for an Emmy. The Byrne family, I must say, is beyond blessed.
Award-winning newscast QNN News. We just don't make this stuff up.
Now in other family news, we hear about all the happenings going on within our very own family. Anthony Jr. is a senior at Emporia State, where he studies political science and has been named recruitment director for his fraternity, Sigma Tau. He is also a barista, and number 2 son Aiden is at K-State in his junior year, loving it, studying pre-physical therapy and works for Genesis Gym as a personal trainer. Here's a picture of Aiden, who just recently earned his personal training certification. And it's hard to believe, but little Liam is now a senior at St. James Academy. He is the community captain this year at St. James, which keeps him very busy. He plays varsity volleyball for St. James and for the Mavs. When he's not playing with the guys, he's playing volleyball with the girls as their manager. Liam will join brother Aiden at K-State next year. Kellen is a junior at St. James, where he splits his times with the Olathe construction trade along with Allegro Choir and the drumline. And when he's not singing or writing songs, he works for Byrne Custom Woodworking. Aunt Diane finished her special ed certification through Benedictine and will finish her math specialist training through the University of Notre Dame this year. She loves the new math specialist position at Nativity, but her first love is spending time with her very own Quinn people. And Uncle Tony continues to be sales manager for Ink Cycle and selling their new line of products. He will continue to coach tennis at St. James next season and playing golf at every chance he can to sneak out. He is adored by his family. What's that? Just in, we just heard that the sensational singing duo Anthony and Diane have recorded another new album.
Love will keep us together. Diane and Anthony, that dynamic duo, those lovebirds, where love will always keep them together. On their latest single, they're joined by backup band Phoebe and the mother-in-law. And one of their hottest hits off the new album will make you shape up.
You better shape up, 'cause I need a man, and my heart is set on you.
But nothing can compare to Diane's oldie but goodie, which reached the top 40. And there's no better way to end 2022 than with Anthony's single and the theme for a new year. Don't worry, be happy.
You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry, be happy. In every life we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it.
And remember, don't worry, be happy. Kathy Quinn, QNN News.
Be happy. Don't worry, be happy now.
Well, it's hard to believe that's a wrap on another wonderful year here at QNN News. And from all of us here, to all of you and all of yours, we wish you a wonderful and blessed Christmas. Thank you, and stay classy, Kansas City.
I like that, and with no breath in between.
Yeah.
Talk to Santa and tell him how happy you are about him, and talk to him like you're talking to him. You know what I mean?
Tell him what you
and it'd be
want for
cool.
Christmas.
Tell him what you want for Christmas. Tell him how happy you are. Or who do you like? Tell him you like Papa's the best.
It's that time of year again for family and for friends, singing songs that never end. This love you can't pretend. These are the holidays. I'm glad you're around. Here's a gift I made from things that I found. Made me think of you for all that you are. When I'm gone, I'll never be far. When I'm gone, I'll never be far.
put you on a chair and put a microphone in front of you, and then it'll be on the middle of the song. And it's just from you. You wrote it. It's your deal. I'm thinking about that for an idea. Okay. Hey.
She's in.
Tell Dad. Let's do it.
Let's do it, Dada.
Okay.
When you're home and Grandma bakes and Granddad tells a tale, soon forget your rougher days. This moment will prevail.
Hi, Santa. It's me. I love what you gave to me for Christmas. Little cousin, I want her to have a good day. I mean, my mama and Dada. This is the moment, the Christmas miracle.
Lights are hung, the stew is on. Tradition cannot fail. I think we're near our final song, this family's Christmas tale. These are the holidays, I'm glad you're around. Here's a gift I made from